is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Chargers, a dangerous return man showing it here. Past midfield, look out. Deontay Harris. And he'll bring it back all the way. And the New Orleans Saints. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big win early.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And you talk about coming out and making a statement. Not only do you return the thing to the house, you go for 2 and get it.
How about how the rules have changed starting with the 2015 season where you could go for 2 from the 2-yard line instead of kicking it from the 15? We thought that would promote more aggressiveness. We saw it right there.
Oh, good return up past the 30.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10.
So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 39 yards there, a big one. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
We had an idea that they might come out and challenge the secondary, but I don't know if we thought it'd be right out of the gate on the very first play of the game. But they did so successfully. They've got to feel good about how things have started.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
On 2 yards.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Herbert has it knocked free. And this is picked up by the Saints. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 20. 10, and he's into the end zone. A fumble return, and a Saint touchdown.
Touchdown, Saints.
And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, and a great play for that defensive unit. And now here is the offense onto the field as their first involvement will be a 2-point conversion attempt. Escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're already looking up at a 16-0 deficit. Still plenty of time to go, first quarter. But work to be done as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert rolling to his right. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out. By a few inches, that'll be a first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
The ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Eluding the pressure right. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
Now, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield, get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. On the return, Harris. And he works free. And he's loose again. The 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Officially 91 yards on the punt return. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
Let's just call that play what it was. Bold, dashing, daring, and a big-time return for a touchdown.
Fielding a punt inside the 10. Most coaches, they frown upon that, don't they?
They really do. I do know some special teams coaches who say, okay, I'll let you go to about the 8, and he's right in that gray area, and he made that play work in a massive way.
Attempt at the two-point conversion.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. The third time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 two-point tries, still have the lead, but couldn't get the third.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so often?
Yeah, we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game planned for, felt good about being aggressive and going for it, and right up until that one, they had gotten 2 for 2.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
And this returnable for Harris. And there he goes again. Touchdown, New Orleans. Almost the full length of the field, a 90-yard punt return. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
Partner, the old rules about not fielding punts inside your own 10, those things are way out the window, aren't they?
Yeah, they say put your heels on the 10-yard line, but when you return it, maybe your coach doesn't say anything to you, right?
Yeah, I think a lot of special teams coach, if they've got a special guy, they'll say, yeah, okay, you can go to the 8. But this one, he really had some guts.
And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Still going. Now he lost the football. Room to run at the 50. And this is picked up by the Saints.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Their mobile, agile quarterback, 56 yards. And the Saints are pouring it on. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it, it's scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over.
That keeps the score as Saints.
Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. A young quarterback Charles rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints just continue to roll.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
They'll try and throw for it. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's a fumble. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for two is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wondered maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Possession on him, and he pulls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Here is Eckler. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
From the 50, here's Herbert. Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Oh, and now some space down for him. And now look at this. Big gain, the fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
On the play. Recovered by the Saints.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. He'll drop to throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Being chased out left. This is complete to Michael Thomas. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
At the 38-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Their mobile quarterback with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as his guys continue to pour it on. Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Steps away to his left. They'll try and run it. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. How about that? Their quarterback on his way to a monster game continues to pour it on. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. They'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
56.